it looks awful. But I mean, I made it look as best as possible.
No worries, no worries. All right, it looks like we should be good. Should be nice and clear right now. If you guys can do me a favor, whoever's in the chat right now, if you guys can go ahead and let me know in the live chat how the audio is coming in, making sure that it's nice and crispy audio, and make sure the video is also good too. That's also another big concern of mine. Also, if you guys, the background music is too much, let me know. I can also go ahead and adjust those levels as well. We'll officially get started in like 4 minutes. Let's see, we got some stats so far. Jim the Mad Viking. What's going on, man? What's going on, bro? Stitch, what's going on, my buddy? Reactify me. Airsoft Operator 521. How you guys doing today? How you guys doing? Operator Jack, how you guys doing? I know we did like one of these already yesterday, but how you guys doing? How was your guys' day? It's a very hot one today, actually. I actually feel like it'd be really cool to go play. Obviously, I'm always down to play, but man, oh man, today would have been a bad day to go out and play just because of how fucking hot it is right now.
Whoa. It's been a great day playing gas blowbacks.
That's true. I don't know if you can hear, but Brendan back saying it's actually would have been a great day if you're running a gas blowback, which is true. Summer weather is gas blowback weather. All right, guys, just so you are aware, we are going to be going live. We are live right now, but we're going to be officially starting it in about like 3 more minutes, and we'll officially get going. And if you guys know the deal. Jason, what's up? If you guys know the deal, if you have any questions, make sure to go ahead and let me know. Just put a Q in front of it. You are more than welcome to ask questions more than once, as long as you're not spamming it if I don't get to it. But we'll officially start in like 3 more minutes. When Airsofting last weekend, there was a fight. Oh, man, I hate when that happens, Airsoft Operator 521. I really hate when that happens when there's a fight. It just makes Airsoft look bad, you know? It is what it is, right? Usually in those situations, you just gotta like try to get away from that and step away, right? It's the best thing you can hope for at the end of the day.
Yeah, the best thing you hope for is that your gun passes cut on the top weather.
Mark or Mike at our trip, ketchup or mustard? I'm more of I think there's more practical uses for, well, I think cooking wise, you can do a lot with both mustard and ketchup, but I think taste wise, I think I prefer mustard.
Mustard is a much better sauce.
Let's see, we'll get started in about like 2 more minutes, and we'll officially start. 2 more minutes. You're gonna have much smoke haze from Canada. Nice. I know, right? It's been real bad over here too, Jim. Queso Gang, what's up, Ackright? What's going on, bruh? I hear you're coming down this weekend, man. Like honestly, if you swing by the custom showroom and lounge, man, like, yeah, swing by, man. I always love seeing whenever the mods or even just the regular, even guys like that I meet just like on the on like live streams or on our Discord server, right? If they're able to come in to the actual storm and they're like, oh hey, I'm actually so and so, whoever it might be, right? Like I'm this username, and I get to see him for the first time in person. It's actually really cool. I always get like, oh, you're this person. It's good to finally put a face to the name, you know. Let's see, and they were kids, airsoft noobs, and I hope that didn't have a bad impression on the new kids. Yeah, no, I really hope so too. Like whenever I see a fight happening, I'm always just like, man, don't, not now. It's definitely not in front of the kids. Just making sure that's good. All right, we got like 1 more minute before we officially start. Almost there. Let's see, 3:35 right now. Yep, might as well go ahead and get started. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of this untitled series, the Storefront live stream, if you will. Another day we were doing a Q&A live stream. So just like we did yesterday, any questions that you guys might have regarding Airsoft, if you guys are looking for recommendations, if you guys are looking for suggestions, right? If you want to ask me personal questions too, I mean, fucking, I'm down. I'm an open book, right? Feel free to go ahead and ask away, and I will do my best to answer as many questions as I possibly can. But before we get started, I want to let you guys know that there's a couple things I want to go over. First and foremost, we do have promos going on right now. All right, so the biggest one for today has got to be this guy right here. You order any Airsoft gun that's $100 or more, and you are going to be getting 10 entries, 10 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway going on tomorrow, and that's going to be for $1,200. However, As you guys might have noticed, if you guys have been keeping up with our social media, Cisco has actually been absent for a little bit right now, and that is actually because he's currently out sick. His throat is just completely out of commission right now. He's suffering. My man's is hurting right now. However, he is on he's on track right now to making a full recovery. If for whatever reason he is not able to host tomorrow's episode, then we will be stacking the prize pot from $1,200 to $1,800. And don't worry, your entries that you place for tomorrow, those are still going to be entered, or those are still going to count towards that giveaway if we end up having to reschedule it till the following Thursday. Don't worry, your entries are still going to count. But now, just in case he is able to, you might as well go ahead and take advantage now and get as many entries as you possibly can into the Shopping Spree giveaway. We have coupon codes available right now. Use coupon code 20th for 10% off your purchase, as long as it is not a shocker deal, right? Meaning that is like the lowest price that you could possibly go. Then you can apply that to pretty much anything online, right? However, if you are shopping solely for accessories, maybe even BBs and green gas or a battery and charger, use coupon code 20BD, and you'll be getting 20% off that order. Again, that's got to be 20BD for accessories only, right? Now, if you're shopping for, let's say, some tactical gear, you want to pick up a plate carrier, a chest rig, maybe a helmet, goggles, face mask, whatever it is that your tactical needs might be, make sure to use coupon code GEAR at checkout to get 20% off all tactical gear. Don't miss your chance and go ahead and get as many entries into the shopping spree as you can. Now, with that said, I want to go over the mystery box that we have coming up as well, right? You guys are going to check this out right here. The Airsoft GI Independence Day mystery box. Now, obviously in the title, it says it right there, with automatic free shipping. Boom. That's already going to be a win. This free shipping, like anytime that we do a mystery box and it's automatically like included with it, you get the free shipping. That's already like a win for me, right? Because you're already saving some money there. But let's see how much it actually retails for. $170. All right. Now, for $170, that's already pretty damn good, but what exactly are you going to be getting for $170, right? Let's scroll down, right? Scroll all the way down, and what do you see on the item list? You got the BAMF, you got the 240, you got the Mark 46, both tan and black, you got the 416s, you got the TR-16-308, right? You got the BCM rifle, you got the LCT RPKs, you got a few LCT. You got the LC3, their version of the G3. You got the T10, you got the AK-12 from LCT, you got the Scarabs, the R15s, the PW9 Mod 1s. Man, this box is fucking stacked. Like, this is absolutely stacked. Like, and all you got the KWA originals, you got the ACW Spectre. There's so much good shit on this, right? You even got some Arcturus on here as well, and some Kalashnikov USA license stuff. This is really fucking good. This is a really, really good fucking mystery box. It's absolutely insane that you can win any of those prizes for just $170, right? Fucking crazy. Now, it's not live yet. It is going to be going live tomorrow, I believe at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So when it goes live tomorrow, make sure to go ahead and order this, right? Make sure to go ahead and order that. And because that promo code is going to be going on for pretty much all day, the deadline for that one is going to be tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be the normal, that'd be the normal deadline for entries into the giveaway. So once, this goes live, you only have about an hour 30 to take advantage. So within the first hour and 30 minutes, that is the best time to place your orders for an Independence Day mystery box, right? And again, you're gonna be getting 10 entries into the 10 chances of winning that shopping spree giveaway, right? But this stack right now, right, like is gonna be absolutely insane if it ends up happening where Cisco is not able to host, right, and we do end up stacking it automatically to $1,800. This stack is absolutely insane, right? Because then now you have those 10 entries into $1,800 shopping spree. Just saying, again, guys, you can't go wrong with picking up one of these boxes when it goes live. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and answer some questions, why don't we? All right, so remember, you guys know the drill. If you guys have any questions, make sure to go ahead and put a Q right in front of your question. Again, literally the letter Q itself, and I will do my best to answer as many of those questions as I possibly can. Not only that, make sure to go, if you haven't already, make sure to give a thumbs up on the live stream. Really helps us out beat that YouTube algorithm, because the algorithm really does not like anything regarding airsoft or even firearms at all. Like, at all. It really fucking hates us. So any support is much appreciated. And make sure to share this with everyone that you know. It could be anyone that's like looking into airsoft. If you're looking for someone that's maybe just starting out or looking to get into this amazing hobby, make sure to go ahead and show them so that way we can go ahead and answer their questions. What's up?
Each mystery box purchased by July 7th will get 10 entries to the shopping spree giveaway. So the 10 entries doesn't end tomorrow. It ends.
Oh, okay. Oh, they were doing the. No. I thought we were talking about the regular promo for the $100 airsoft.
Oh, yeah,
but this would also count.
I thought
No, not exclusively. Not exclusively. No. You're chilling. All right, let's go ahead and. Oh, go for it.
Real quick.
Mhm.
Real quick.
Yep.
You gotta let people know. You know, I know. In a way, tomorrow may or may not happen.
Yeah, it's a what if. It's in the air right now.
But if it doesn't happen, it's an automatic stack.
Yeah, no,
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I let him know. It's absolutely insane. $1,800 that you could win. This is absolutely fucking insane.
Try to get as many in.
Yeah, get as many entries as you possibly can. You heard it from Boss Man himself. All right, let's go ahead and answer some questions. All right, from Operator Jack. Do you have any recommendations for upgrading, improving performance of GHK, AK green gas magazines? With the magazines themselves, I don't know of too many like upgrades that I can go ahead and personally go ahead and recommend outside of maybe just the usual fixing, right? Obviously, if you have a broken seal, using like Teflon tape and that sort of stuff to like try to keep it going. But as far as the magazines themselves, no. I know that there are other magazine options that usually are available. I know CO2 magazines also exist for the GHK options, not for every single one. I believe a couple of them do have CO2 options. I hear people do like those, but again, CO2, more pressure, does more damage. It's up to you if you really want to run that. That'd probably be the only thing that I would usually suggest. Kyle Hammond's having trouble getting a hold of anyone for return. I've called when no one answered. I've sent an email, message on Facebook and Instagram with no answer. Kyle Hammonds, I did see that you had reached out. Don't worry, our customer service guys are going to be getting a hold of you fairly shortly. Again, if not, feel free to go ahead and DM us again directly, and we will get you up taken out. I won't be able to go and do anything on my end right now because, again, doing the live stream. But, again, you can go ahead and reach out again. But we should be able to go ahead and get a hold of you before the end of the day. Like, that shouldn't be a problem. You are scheduled to actually be reached out today. Sweet General 1 asks, what's your favorite AEG? Ooh, that's a good one. What's my not the 416, Brendan? What's my favorite AEG? That's actually a really tough one because depending on my mood, right? It really depends on what I'm in the mood for at that moment, right? There are some times where I really want to go with a certain platform more than another. And specifically we're talking about AEGs though. Oh God. I mean, I guess it would have to be one out of my personal collection. Like, what's my favorite gun at that point, right? And it's probably going to be my classic Army Mark 46, my 249. I love that gun a lot. That's probably what I would say is like at least at the very minimum a contender for like my favorite AEG. But as of right now, if you're talking about like one that we currently sell, like brand new, like that's not my personal collection, most likely got to be the MGC4. And I'm actually not bullshitting. That is 100% like my actual response, right? The MGC4 Mark IIs. I just haven't seen a $300 plus airsoft gun that gives you that much value for what you're paying for. And that compares to like other high-end AEGs as well. Like if you're really comparing apples to apples, right? And then seeing what you're getting for your money, I genuinely do believe that the Mark II, the MGC4 Mark II is the best option for you, right? And that performance is fucking insane. The trigger response is very snappy. You are getting a really good rate of fire. Like it's really fast, especially considering it is only using 18-to-1s. We're able to tune this so that it shoots really, really fast for that 18-to-1s, right? But let's go ahead and keep answering some more questions. OZ Army, hey, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a little while. Am I recognized in this chat? Yes, you are recognized in the chat. I do recognize you, bro. Wombo combo stacks on stacks, AK says. Absolutely, absolutely. Stitch FC, get well, Cisco. Yeah, Cisco, again, Cisco will be, he is on track of getting better, right? He's resting right now. He's been out this week, and I believe he should be making a full recovery by next week. Again, we're playing it by ear, seeing how he's feeling. His throat was really messed up. It was really bad. But hopefully he will be getting better soon. But in the meantime, again, we're going to keep going as we are doing right now, giving you all the amazing opportunities to get as many chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway as possible. And if it turns out, again, he can't win or he can't come by to host the episode tomorrow, the live stream tomorrow, then yeah, we'll just go ahead and automatically stack it for $1,800. Better for you guys, right? Because all your entries are still going to count. All right, let's see here. Call it Ask Me Anything Except Where Babies Come From. I answered your question, Jim the Mad Viking. I already answered it. I told you where airsoft babies come from. All right, Operator Jack asks, do you have any recommendations? Okay, answered that one already. The creator favorite AEG answered that one as well. Okay, I think. Okay, here's a good one. This one comes from THX Mastered. What's your thoughts on the new GBB M249 from VFC? Very, very curious. I'm very anxious to see what type of performance I can come to expect from the 249, right? Again, like this is new uncharted territory for me and for a lot of us, and I just really want to see what VFC was able to do with the 249 platform for gas blowback. If it slaps, fuck yeah, dude, I'm so happy. I would be so happy if that's the case. However, if it sucks, honestly, a part of me is going to feel heartbroken because I really wanted to see a gas flowback 249. Like, I want to see LMGs make a resurgence back in Airsoft, right? Become like super popular, which probably will never happen. But still, I can dream. But seeing that in gas form would just be absolutely amazing. But if it doesn't take off the way we hope, then it is what it is, right? We're just going to have to stick with AEGs. Yeah, you can test. Let's see here. Stitch asks, will Bossman make an appearance this Saturday for Ackright? He might. He does swing by on Saturdays as well. But I'm not sure what his schedule's like, actually, as far as swinging by. He might show up. If it's for Ackright, he might show up. I mean, if not, then, I'm sure he'll be there in spirit, nonetheless. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. A-K will ask, will I get an email when my order has shipped? Yes. If you put down obviously a valid email address, something that you actually do check and not something you just ignore, then yeah, you will be getting an email notification to that email that you have put down on your order when it actually does ship out, in addition to a tracking number, which you can use to keep tabs on where the status of your shipment might be. Okay, let's see here, making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I think we should be good on the earlier questions. Oh wait, I think I missed one. Okay, no, I answered that one already. Okay, this one comes from Reactify Me. This one, guy's asking thoughts on the Crytek LVOAC. Okay, here's the thing. I know people are always expecting me to say, like, just want me to shit on the Cryteks, and I'm not going to. Personally, I'm not a big fan as they are currently. I feel that they were great. They were awesome guns when they first came out, and they are still really well built. However, for the money, there are plenty of better options that you can get. Hell, I would say for an even cheaper, you can get a way better constructed gun and way better performing gun as well, honestly. Again, just pulling out an example, MGC4 Mark II, right? We literally did a comparison video between, again, part of the Trident lineup, the Trident Mark II series. We did the CRB versus the MGC4 Mark II. It wasn't even a fair fight, man. Like, the MGC4 Mark II just completely knocked it out of the park, right? It just kicked its ass, bro. Like, I can't even lie, right? But again, that's just because, again, this is a gun that we had a hand in developing. We listened to what the community was saying and what their suggestions were, and implemented that into how we built this gun, into how it was tuned, right? This thing shoots fast, it's snappy as fuck, right? And it's reliable. It was built and tuned for that specific specification, right? Versus the Crytek LVOAs, yeah, they're good, they're well-built guns, but they're, like, not outdated, but they definitely are, like, showing their age for sure. Like, they definitely need to go ahead and redesign a few things and maybe update some of their internals, because, man, it's old, right? It's definitely old, and it could definitely get with the times, right? But again, that's not shitting on it, that's just our personal opinion, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys, when you look at it objectively, you'll come to agree with us as well. All right, let's make sure we are...
Whoever said anything about the LVOA, I would buy the LVOA solely for the body. It looks cool.
For the body, he says. And the internals?
Pull out the entire gearbox and build the whole thing.
There you go. He just answered all that. There you go. He said it, not me. He said it, not me. Not me.
Y'all know where to find me. Find me on Instagram.
This one comes from Zane Got Riz. I love that name, by the way, bro. Is it worth it to get an Airsoft LMG? Well, Zane, as someone who does run LMGs, for me, yes, it is 100% worth it. However, it's really going to come down to what you want to do, right? If you're expecting, to just 100% one-hand Rambo that all the way, you won't be able to do that, not without some serious training, like, again, getting some lifts in, right? Because LMGs, most of them, right, there are some polymer versions, but even then, they are going to be pretty cumbersome. They're not going to be as slick or as comfortable to shoulder as, say, just like your standard, like, modern build, like AR, right? Even just your regular AR, like AR-15 or like M4 build, like your M4A1 is going to be way more comfortable to hold than the 249. It just is, right? And that comes from someone who's been rocking a 249, a 240, RPK, freaking. I've used all the platforms, right? I've even shot like PKPs right before, like, and they're not comfy. Like, they're just not for longer periods of time. But they are really fun. And if your field allows for it, or if you're playing a game mode that, again, can benefit from using an LMG, then I would say, yeah, 100% go for it. If you wanted to be that guy that steps up, right, and provides covering fire for your teammates, you don't mind being a little more aggressive when you need to hold down spots for your team and to be able to control more sections of the map, then I would say 100% go for it. If you train with it, just like anything else, right, you're going to get better with it. But LMG users specifically, an LMG user that knows what he's doing and is fast and mobile is a threat. You are a menace to the other team. So I'd say go for it. AKS, all airsoft guns are negative threads. No, unfortunately, AK. Not all airsoft guns are manufactured with outer barrels that are 14 millimeters counterclockwise threads or negative threads. Some of them still, unfortunately, can have different sizing, which is unfortunate, right? So, or even if they're 14, they might actually be positive threads, right? Which, you know, at the end of the day is not going to like kill it, right? It's not going to kill the gun for me, but it is annoying that it's still going to be a thing, right? That's just, it is what it is. I wish that there was like again, had to be a factory standard, but it just isn't, unfortunately, at least not yet. Yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. Let's see here, make sure we're not missing anything. Sounds like Sigma testing a pistol build. He is actually not a pistol, he's actually testing some AEGs right now. Okay, let's see here. This one comes from Operator Jack. Could you imagine Speedsofters using GBBRs? If not, I might do that myself. Actually, that was actually a thing that I noticed back in the day. In like the early, my apologies, I'm a little gassy today. In the early days of like SpeedQB and like indoor style play, there were a lot of players that would run GBBRs. I would see a lot of like the shorty style, like LM4s or even WeTechs. People were using those. Again, just sort of like the CQBR configuration or like a Mark 18 or even shorter. They would run something like that indoors. It's a cool, right? It's fucking cool. Gas blowbacks are super, super duper fun, right? You can't go wrong with running a good gas blowback rifle. And it was kind of scary indoors because the sound would just like fucking like echo or like reverberate off the walls, right? So and you just hear that, right? If you were running an AEG, if you were a new player, that was scary. That was scary. It's like, oh no, he's coming for me, right? Like, but it was super, super fun, right? But it's not hard to imagine. I can see it. And hey, what's stopping people from doing it now, right? I could totally see that happening again. Bianca Sansushi, I think I said that right. Is the MTC4 Mark II threaded positive or negative? Negative. It is 14 millimeters counterclockwise threads. So that again, that's going to be as close to like the standard as you're going to get in Airsoft. So majority of tracer units and flash devices should be compatible with this, right? Like a number of the A-Stick tracer units, Bravo tracer units, they're going to work with this bad boy. But again, just make sure that you are reading the specifications of the tracer unit that you are buying or flash device that you're buying to make sure it says 14 millimeters counterclockwise threads or negative 14 mmCCW. Right? If it doesn't, be warned. Let's see here, making sure I'm not missing any more questions. Let's see. I've just invested because the mag system on the GVR C49 is very cool and seems to work well. Yeah, I've been hearing that so far, THX Mastered. I just haven't had first-hand experience with it. One of my friends actually is acquiring one, but like he got one like a while ago. But he has yet to receive it. As soon as he gets more experience with it, I'm going to try it out for myself, and then we'll go from there. We're going to see how good it is, right? Because I know at some point we are going to end up like selling it. We're going to end up having it on our website. It's just going to be a matter of when, right? Okay, let's see here. This one comes from Lynn Till. I'm looking to get a new pistol. What would you recommend under $200 for? Okay, so let's assume that you got a hard budget of under $200. There's actually quite a few different guns that you can get. I know Jim the Mad Viking was saying Glock 17 Gen 4. That's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. Glocks are very reliable. They're solid. And again, if you like the look of a Glock and you like that official license aesthetic, then yeah, the Glocks are a definite. It could be the 17, the 19, pretty much any of them. They're all going to be pretty solid. I would say it depends on what type of pistol platform you like. For me, the two easiest ones to go with are always going to be either going with a high Kappa or going with a 1911. I think I'm more partial to a 1911. For me, just because of the aesthetics, right? I like the look of a 1911 over a high Kappa, but at the end of the day, like the high Kappa is going to be the number one pistol that you can get solely because the sheer amount of aftermarket support that exists for it. The amount of parts, accessories, and components that are available for it that even we sell, you know, is just going to be unmatched, right? So you can go with something, honestly, like as cheap as like, I would say under 150, and you can still get a solid platform. One of my favorite ones to recommend, Golden Eagle. Actually, let's go with Vorsk. There's a couple different brands, right? You can go with Golden Eagle. You can go with Army Armament. Those are some really good ones. Vorsk and Raven Airsoft. Those pistols are actually really dope too. You can get one for under $200 that actually will also come included with a pre-installed red dot sight, which is actually really, really cool. I thought that was really, really nice that they included that. Like, let's go with this one, for example, right? Let's say you want to go and get something real compact. You can get like a 3.8 high Kappa, right? And it's going to come included with a micro red dot. It is in this gold and black configuration, but they sell other colors too, right? Let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's see here. Let's see what other options exist for you. Again, we got some more options there. All right, there's just a ton that are available right now. Yeah, there's a lot. And then if you can also check up like Raven as well specifically. Yeah, I think those are gonna be sold out. Dang. Oh, we got a black and red one too if you wanted to. But let's check out Raven, right? Let's check out Raven. Airsoft. Let's go Raven Airsoft. Yeah, there's a few options there as well. And again, some combos too. Really nice, really nice. There you go. You want like something standard, something basic. You can get like a 5.1 with a micro red dot, right? Very easy, very affordable. Again, this is a standard like TM spec style like high kappa, which means that you can get a lot of upgrade parts for it, right? You can deck the shit out of this thing, right? Like you can upgrade this thing a lot. And the fact that it comes included with a pre-installed micro red dot, again, that is insane. For that price, $136. $136, right? Yeah, if you want it even cheaper, use coupon code 20th right here, and you'll be getting 10% off. And if you order, again, today, you're going to be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, that's going to be for tomorrow's giveaway. If it's going to be $1,200, if it ends up being tomorrow. But if it's not, if Cisco ends up having to postpone it, it's going to be $1,800 that you can win. So just throwing that out there. But there are other options as well. You can go with something like that. You can go with something like one of my personal favorites, Army Armament R32. Oh, my back. Let's see here. I misspelled it. Damn it. All right, I'll try again. R32. This one should show up first. Yeah, one of these guys, right? Army Armament has been making like some really, really good fucking pistols too. Some of them are a little slept on, and they're fucking good, right? Actually, I'm a really big fan of this like tan, like R32. It's a 1911, right? Very classic, but it is going to come included with the lower accessory rail, these rubberized like sort of like grip segments right here. This is cool. It's very comfy. It's a very, very comfy pistol to shoot. And magazines are going to be readily available. Just like the high kappa, you can find magazines like anywhere. We sell a ton of magazines for this, right? Same thing with upgrade parts too. You can upgrade the shit out of this thing and find replacement parts, which if it's your first gas blowback pistol, you are going to break something at some point or another. It's just an inevitable thing. Something's going to wear down, and when it happens, it's important to be able to come into Airsoft GI and be like, hey, I need the replacement part for whatever component you need, right? And you can shop online for that too. And you'll be able to go out and find it, even an upgrade component for it, so that it doesn't happen again. That's usually what I would go ahead and suggest. But again, the choice is yours. There are plenty of options. Okay, let's see, scroll up here. Get an email when my order ships. Yes, you will be getting an email when your order ships. Okay, Matt Hunt, I want to place a $500 order on parts, and I'm wondering how much longer till I get store credit. It depends. Again, if for that one, I would say, Matt, go ahead and DM us directly so we can figure out what's going on. Usually, like every day, we'll go ahead and like clear out. If it's a matter of store credit, like you were just waiting for that to be issued back, that should be issued back fairly shortly. Depends on what the case is. I would say DM us directly, and we can, if with an order number, if it's in regards to one of those as well, if it's to an actual order, maybe you return something, then I would say we can help you out from there. But otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do anything right now. Okay, let's see here. Make sure. I think that should be caught up. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down. All right, cool. Stitch says, RJ Fisher, what do I need to change with a Lancer Tactical Proline M4 to make it accurate at a further range? So with the Lancer Tactical Proline M4s, most of the Gen 2s are using a 603 tight bore inner barrel already out of the box, right? Which is really, really good. That's good. That's exactly what you want, right? But it's a decent inner barrel, but you can definitely upgrade it for a nicely finished inner barrel, a much better finished inner barrel. And then swap out the bucking as well, and I would say even the hop-up nub, right? Those three things. And the best way you can go ahead and do that is, honestly, just pick yourself up like a Unicorn Airsoft barrel, right? So you type in here, Unicorn Airsoft inner barrel. Waiting for that to load, There you go, right? You get a few different options, right? Make sure that you're getting the right one, by the way, whether it specifies whether it's GBB or AG. Since you're buying an AG one, make sure you get AG specifically. But yes, they're not cross-compatible. But let's say you wanted to go ahead and get, let's get one of, like 265, right? Let's assume that you're going with like a Mark 18 style, like barrel length kind of ISK, right? So going with something like this, it's going to get you the inner barrel itself, right? It's a very, very nicely assembled inner barrel. It's very, very good quality material. It's got a nice finish to it, so it's going to be nice and smooth, right? It's exactly what you want. But it's also going to come included with an upgraded bucking and a hop-up nub, right? Combine all that together, even with the stock hop-up chamber, I know some people are going to say like, oh, you always got to change out the hop-up chamber. Not really. Honestly, I actually prefer, and I've actually asked quite a few techs before, and they all kind of have the same mentality. If you don't need to, if your hop-up chamber isn't broken, as long as it's a rotary style and it's like polymer, you don't really need to change that at all. As long as you're swapping out the hop-up nub and the bucking itself, and of course the inner barrel, then you're pretty much set. As long as that arm is like functioning and like can adjust properly, then yeah, why would you need to go ahead and change the hop-up unit? There might be some other reason, right? Of course, right, for people that really want to go ahead and go with something like a max, but that does require a little bit more work in order to get to actually function properly, right? The hop-up chambers you get are polymer, so they have a little bit of play with them, which is what you typically want. But again, swapping out for just one of these, picking one of these bad boys up, it's like $35. Again, you get the barrel, you get the hop-up nub, and you get the bucking. That's like the easiest $35 you can spend. That's the easiest upgrade you can typically do on an airsoft gun, right? I'd highly, highly, highly recommend you pick one of those guys up if you wanted to get better range and better accuracy from your airsoft gun. All right, let's go ahead and keep scrolling up. Hopefully that answered your question, RJ Fisher. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, if I win the shopping spree, can you and split? AK, I'm not too sure what that question means. Go ahead and if you. Oh, sorry, not that way. If you can, please try to go and rephrase that so I can understand that better. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure I'm understanding the question. Let's see here, make sure I'm not. RJ Fisher, how do you let people know if they won anything? Okay, RJ Fisher. So if you're not familiar with the shopping spree giveaway rules, the way it works is as follows. Every week we do a shopping spree giveaway. Every $20 order that you place is considered an entry. Now, you can buy something else. Obviously, it doesn't have to be $20. We also do plenty of promos going on, like right now, right? Like if you picked up an airsoft gun, you'd be getting 10 entries as long as the airsoft gun was $100 or more, right? That's kind of the promo going on right now. People take advantage of this so they get multiple entries in. On Thursdays, when we normally do our shopping spree giveaway live stream, we announce the winner at 6:45. At 6:45, the winner has 10 minutes to show up into our live stream chat and put down some pieces of information that we require. Usually, it's going to be the last 4 digits of their telephone number and their order number, so that way we can confirm, because that's only information that only you would have. Once they put that down in the live chat, within those 10-minute span, they are able to claim the prize. If they're not there to claim the prize, then we won't be able to go ahead and give that prize away, and it ends up stacking, right? Which is what happened like last time. It started off at $600, but because it stacked, we doubled that amount by another $600, and it ended up going to $1,200. We do not call, we do not text. It is up to you. The only thing we ask, because again, we don't have to go ahead and do the shopping spree giveaway live stream. We don't have to do this at all. We do this out of the goodness of our heart, because we want to give back to the community, because you guys have supported us for so long, for 20 years. But the only thing we ask in return is that you watch the stream. Which, honestly, for $1,200, and all you got to do is just watch a live stream, I'd say that's way more than fair. Way more than fair. All right, so let's see here. What else we got? Yeah, so I'd say that's more than fair, honestly. So you just got to have to make sure that you are watching and then keeping up with our social media. That's the only thing we literally ask for. All right, Kyle Hammonds, do mock suppressors add some range like a longer barrel on a real rifle, or do you actually have to get a longer barrel? Okay, so Kyle Hammonds, mock suppressors don't, like the name suggests, they are mock, right? They don't do anything. They don't actually have any functionality to them. What a lot of people like to do, though, is say they have like a fairly shorter airsoft gun, they want to get, say, an increase. They want to build it out for a longer range, right? But they want to get something that's going to be a little bit longer inner barrel. They'll buy a longer inner barrel. Even though it sticks out of the outer barrel, they'll use a mock suppressor to basically function as like a barrel extension, right? Just to cover the inner barrel sticking out. That's one very, very popular like technique a lot of players would like to do, especially back in the day. And some players still choose to do so. So that's definitely an option for you if you wanted to try that. But there are some like mock suppressors out there that are tracer units, but they're meant to look like suppressors. So there's that as well. That you wouldn't be able to go ahead and use a longer inner barrel. Well, you could, and it'll shoot, but the tracer effect won't work, because again, it needs to be able to pick up. There's a sensor in the tracer unit, so it needs to pick up when the BB actually passes through it in order to like flash it, right? All right, let's go ahead and keep scrolling up, see if there's any more questions. Spring. Okay, Sweet General 1 asks, any recommendations for a first SMG? That's a very good question, Sweet General. General Kenobi. What I would say for an SMG or like a PDW or like a pistol caliber carbine, it really depends on your budget. If you were looking for something like really affordable, I would say pick up one of these guys, ACW Spectre. Right? I would say pick one of these guys up. Save yourself some money, right? You can get like say like an Elite Force MP5, and those are fine. Those are good. Nothing wrong with those. But I do like the ACW Spectres a little bit more, just because out of the box they already look really cool. They come included with that sort of like. Normally you have to buy like a separate claw mount to get to fit onto like the HKG3 or like MP5 style upper receiver, that body. But it already comes included with that already there. Right, and it comes included with this pretty sick looking handguard, and this it is going to be the same stock that you would find on the Battle X, the LT35 Battle X CQB, but it has plenty of battery space, 4 and 11-1 stick type. I think up to 1,100, maybe 1,200 if you squeeze that in there. And it is pre-wired to Dean's. It's a very cool gun. I actually really like it, and it is compatible with MK5, MP5 style magazines as well. Version 2 gearbox, so this is very upgradable. And 204, that is dummy cheap, and you can again get that cheaper using coupon code 20th. You can get 10% off your purchase, right? Just throwing that out there. I would say if you're looking for that sort of MP5 sort of look, that's one option. Another one you can go with would probably be SMG. What would else? I would probably say maybe just going with the LT35. Going with one of these guys. Let's see, Battle X. Waiting for this to load. Wow, the internet is slow today. Load. Oh, cool. It's just not going to work. Awesome. I love it when it does that. Battle X. What happens if I just type that in? Wow. Okay. Dash 35. There we go. You have to put a dash in, apparently. Oh, I hate that. All right. So, going with the Gen 2 9mm Battle X CQB carbine, 204, same price. That's again, if you wanted something that looks kind of more along the lines again of that like sort of like AR 9mm style, that's definitely one. It's going to be basically using the same internals as a Spectre, but again, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. It's very easy to upgrade. Standard version 2 gearbox. You can put whatever the fuck you want into this thing. You want to put new gear set, new motor. You want to go in and put a new MOSFET in there, right? You want to say like put like a Gate Titan or something, or maybe even a Zion Arms, the Nebula MOSFET. Absolutely, go for it. 100% go for it. All right, it's going to be very easy to do so. But yeah, those would probably be my two best recommendations for like, I guess your first starter SMG. But even then, like I don't want to say starter because those are going to be good. You can use those for fucking years and years and years, right? Because it's going to be so easy to upgrade those. All right, let's see here. Let's scroll up. Kuda Isaias, can you dual Lancer M240s? I can. Not for very long. I'm gonna be honest. That is my limit. I can dual wheel 240 Bravos, but man, oh man, I'm gonna be struggling. I can only do it for like a few seconds. My goal is to get up to like a minute straight, where I can just willpower through it, right? Just dual wheel both of them at the same time for like a good solid minute, right? That is definitely an arm workout. Holy shit. All right, let's see. Ammo SQA. Do you guys selling any GBB AK-74? Yes. AK-74. We actually, I believe, we have a few of their GBBs as well. Those should be available on the website as well. Let me go ahead and just double check. Okay, let me just, actually, it's going to be easier if I just type in GBB AK. That'd be a lot easier. Yeah, we should have some 74s that are available from Well. Those are available right now, and those are actually fairly cheap. Yeah, those I would say probably pick up one of those bad boys. Honestly, if you're looking for something like and specifically a 74, yeah, like something. Let's pull up one of these guys, for example. Yeah, and it's got the correct style magazine for it as well. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, moving on to the next question then. Yeah, that's the boss man saying, what is the point of paying full price on Crytek? Yeah, no, I agree 100%. What is the price of paying full price, right? If they were to discount that by like half, then I'd say, okay, you got my attention. But even then, there are better things you can get. Operator Jax, what is your favorite gas rifle, whether it be CO2 or green gas or propane? So for all those like gas guns, I mean, there's plenty of gas guns that are available out there on the market. But if I had to pick my favorite gas rifle specifically, No, Brendan, I'm not gonna say the MWS. Oh my God. I would probably say it's probably gotta be, honestly. I know it's like I keep saying it, but it's gotta be the KWA LM4, man. Like it's again, I haven't seen a gas-o-lec rifle out of the box that shoots that hard, that consistently. It's very easy to clean and maintain, and it doesn't need upgrades out of the box. Because there are plenty of gas-o-lec rifles out of the box that I feel like, it's not, it's fun, but if I want to play this, like, go hard with this thing, I need to do some work to the internals, right, in order to beef it up, right? Like MWS is good, but they are not shooting at the spec that we in the U.S. really want them to be, and that's kind of unfortunate. And I get it. It's just it's played differently over there, right? It's played differently. But for what we want and how we play out here in the U.S., like it's just not up to the spec that we want it to be, and it needs some work to get to the point. You can definitely get it. We even sell MWS parts, but again, if you're asking me what my favorite one is currently out of the box, it's gotta be the KWA. It's gotta be the KWA. But I also still want to see the VFC FAL. I'm still waiting for that to come in. What's going on, Sigma?
For the price, I agree. The LM4 is a much better deal because the MW is like $600 for a gun that does like 280 FPS out the box.
It's closer to like 5, but yeah.
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 But still, like it's super pricey again. But again, I guess that's the flex points, right? You buy that because you want to flex on some people, if that's your style. I'd say scrolling up for more questions. Later, Sigma. All right, let's see. We're making sure we're not missing anything. Okay, I think we're caught up on those. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Oh, got it. Get caught up. Okay, Tactical-esque. Best PEQ for Milsim Airsoft that's cheap. I guess that really depends, Tactical, on what your definition of cheap really is, right? We sell plenty of PEC boxes, and I've used quite a few of them for Milsim events. Like, I mean, I've even gone with something like Bravo PEQ. Yeah, I gotta spell it out or sound it out as I'm spelling it. Like I've gone with something as cheap as one of these guys, right? Like the Bravo P15 flashlight and green laser combo. It's like $63, right? But again, you can get 20% off right now and use coupon code 20BD, baby. I'm just saying. But yeah, one of these guys, like I have a bunch of these, right? I put these on my airsoft guns all the time on my 249. I put one on my LM4. I put one on my Mark 18s. Like it works. It does the job. Here's the thing. Like again, like the only thing that I use the PEC box for is going to be the laser itself, right? And I mainly use that just to mark targets. That is the only thing that I really use it for. It's just like, hey, I'm taking fire, and first of all, it's got to be at nighttime, right? I'm taking fire from this spot over here, and I'll just hit it with the laser. I don't care if they see me. If they're shooting me, they clearly already know where I am, right? Like, and at the end of the day, too, like, when we play Milsim events, the enemy also has night vision. So trying to go ahead and use like your laser with like an IR filter, like I get it. We sell some of them that actually do have an IR filter, which is cool, which is really fucking cool. The Atlas Custom Works PEC boxes that we got in fairly recently, fucking dope. But the enemy also has night vision, so they could also see that coming too. So what's the point really at the end of the day, right? I'm just saying. Like, I use the laser, I go full visible laser because fuck it, why not, right? And I just say, hey, I'm taking fire from this spot over here. Fuck these guys up over here. And that's how I use it. That's literally all I have to do. So I would say going with a Bravo, like, you're totally fine. I think even TAC 9 ones are even cheaper, too, and we have those on our website as well. Okay. Let's see here. I can't lie. I feel my Pit Viper is better. Stitch FC. No, the Pit Viper is definitely cool, but it is over that $200 price budget. I was trying to, when it came to recommending pistols, I wanted to keep something under $200. But the Pit Viper, yeah. I mean, if you have the money, the Pit Viper is like the cream of the crop, bro. Cream of the crop. The cream of the crop. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Jason W. Love my KLI Baba Yaga. Shoots great and really accurate for me. Hey, there you go. Baba Yaga, nothing wrong with that gun as well. I do prefer out of those sort of like that. That's not, even though it's not 100%, even though like those John Wick style pistols, I feel like the Pit Viper is the best one. But again, that's just me, right? All right, let's see here. Any more questions? Jim the Mad Viking. How good is Baba Yaga? Okay, so you were asking. I haven't had too many issues with the Baba Yaga. I think they're really solid. One of the cool things that the Baba Yaga boasted back in the day was that it was one of the very few pistols, high kappa specifically, that was supposed to be like on that TM spec or that TM style that could take a CO2 style magazine and function well with it, right? Because here's the thing, they do make CO2 magazines for the TM spec high kappa series, right? You can buy a CO2 magazine for it. Do I recommend it? Fuck no. Fuck no, I don't recommend it. Hell no, I don't. Right? And anyone that's been like airsofting for a while or even does a little bit of teching will typically say, unless you build it out for it, fuck no, don't run it on a stock like TM gun or don't run it on a stock gun. It just wasn't designed for that. It was not designed to handle the pressure from CO2. It just wasn't, right? You're going to end up breaking your fucking internals. So for the Baba Yaga, I would say that was like one of the cool things about it was that it was like one of the few gas blowback pistols that could also take CO2 and run it reliably, right? I love the colorations of it. That rose gold outer barrel is really fucking clean. Yeah, I got no complaints about it myself. I think there are better, again, I think for me, I think there are better options, things that are cooler in my opinion. But hey, man, if the Baba Yaga speaks to you when you look at it on our website, fucking take it, man. Full send that bitch, right? All right, let's see here. Operator Jack, yo, what is your favorite gas rifle, whether it be CG? Okay, so answer that one. Yeah, I think we should be caught up. Okay, here we go. Thoughts on the T238 tracer unit? Favorite tracer unit if you use them? As far as the tracer unit, what's my favorite tracer unit? Right now, it's probably got to be the Bifrost, right? Let's see, Bifrost. Fuck, I misspelled it. Damn it, how did I misspell it? All right, Bifrost. Fucking, all right, Bifrost. There we go. Yeah, it's probably got to be the Bifrost trace units. I just think they're really fucking cool. Like, I am a big fan of Ace Tech stuff. I think there's, again, as far as like the glow that you actually get, granted that's more of the bees, but the actual like flash that you get from Ace Tech trace units are really, really fucking bright. I think they're really good. Pair them off with like some Lancer, like Streamline tracer BBs, fucking great, fucking nutty. I love Spitfire style trace units where you get that like fake muzzle flash. I think that's always like a really, really cool like effect that you can get with your trace units. It just adds a little bit of immersion, you know, to your airsoft gun, which I think like we could all use a little more of. I am a big fan of that, and I love the fact that it's an RGB like spectrum, right, of those flame effects. So I could get like a blue flame if I wanted to, or I could get like a red flame, purple, or just want to do straight orange. Or maybe if I want to do like the full RGB spectrum, right? So it's like a rainbow as it comes out, right? Pair that on like a gas rifle because you get a little bit of that like excess gas coming out the front end. Like, oh, it's so cool. It's so fucking cool. If you guys haven't like seen what a gas gun looks like when you use it with a Spitfire style tracer unit, it's fucking nuts. Like, it's fucking cool. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you check one of those guys out, right? But yeah, I'd say the Bifrost is probably my favorite trace unit available right now. It's not too big either, and it's not like super, super small like a flash hider, but it's small enough that like it looks fairly low profile. But you could also go ahead and get like one of the limited edition collab ones they did with Lancer Tactical, so that it actually kind of gets that heat gradation effect, all of them. That looks really fun cool, and it's not even that much more expensive, like $15 more. That's actually really fucking good, right? And again, guys, like we said earlier, like you can get that even cheaper, right? Use coupon code 20BD and you can get 20% off those accessories that I just mentioned. Because those are accessories, 100%. Those are accessories. So you can be getting that for super, super cheap. And of course, getting your entry into the shopping spree giveaway. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. All right, let's keep moving on. Let's see. Okay, this is from Tactical. When wondering what is the best airsoft peg box that is cheap and good. So answered that one question already. Again, really depends on like what you define as cheap. But again, just to recap that one, if you're looking for something cheap, you can go with something like a TAC-9 or you can go with like a Bravo. If you're just looking for a fairly good laser, but if you wanted something that you didn't mind spending a little bit more money on, you can also go with the ACW. I'll pull it up. I don't mind. ACW peg box, right? Oh, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. You can also go with the ACW PEC boxes, right? There's actually quite a few that they have. They even have like the PEC 2s. Those obviously are like very, very cheap and like they don't have a functioning flashlight. Their biggest thing is that they have an integrated laser and they're like supposed to be like a battery box so you can store more shit in there if your gun's front wired. But I'm probably going to pick one of these guys up for like $20. It'll complete the look, especially since I only need the functional laser, right? But let's say you get... Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's say you're going to get one of these bad boys, right? One of these bad boys. Justin, actually, our storefront associate Justin, one of my homies, he actually picked one of these guys up, right? And he actually has actual nods, and he was able to use the IR function for the green laser, and it works very, very fucking well. So, and that's just not that much more expensive, but again, you can also get it cheaper when you use coupon code 20BD. Just, again, options for you guys. Options. Okay, let's see here. Is there a phone number for the RMA department? Yes, there is a phone number for the RMA department. 909-869-0671 should be the phone number if I'm not mistaken. You know what? Let's double check that. Before we continue, let's double check that. If you want to go and reach the RMA department, you can also go ahead and reach us through there. But what I would honestly recommend for that, go ahead and reach out to us via DMs through our Discord server, Instagram, Facebook. You can reach out to us there, and we can definitely take care of Facebook. If I didn't mention that, I feel like I did, but just in case I didn't. But yeah, you can go ahead and DM us directly. If it's in regards to an order, make sure to put your order number so we know what you're talking about, and we can definitely get you taken care of, bro.
What? Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to answer like what gun is good for like SpeedQB or? When people talk about SpeedQB, I'm assuming it's going to be indoors. Did you see that question about is Gen 3 good enough for SpeedQB?
No. Oh, I was actually coming up on that one. I just answered this one. That was going to be the next question, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my take on it.
Sure.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah. Boss man's joining the stream right now.
I don't have to show my face, but
No.
if I don't get close.
What if we got you just like a potato sack and just cut out a face?
What the?
You don't want to show your face, so
I didn't say that.
Well, you can show it. It's fine.
I can just go like that.
You won't even be seen anyway. It's the cameras. Yeah, you're fine.
All right. So, I don't know if you remember when we were talking about something called a zipper factory. Have you ever heard of it?
You've mentioned that term before.
Okay. So a zipper factory was literally a factory that's about, I would say, less than 10,000 square foot, and a bunch of machines inside. Okay. And this kid was the son of the owner of this factory.
Yeah.
In the daytime, they literally make zippers. You know, your YKK zipper, on
Yeah,
your pants,
zippers,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay. So at night, they turn into an airsoft
field?
field. That's
Fucking
how crazy
dope.
it is.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. There were literally needles. There were
Cutting machines, like I would imagine. Like
stuff like sharp stuff. They even have chemical tanks. Okay, that if you open it up, dive in, you might die. But
Come out
no
like
one
the
does
Joker.
that.
Yeah.
So this is where the team regulator and team whatever start coming out. Regulator is still around. I don't know if you know that, and they're predominantly the other teams, the other
side.
stores.
Yeah.
So at that time, Airsoft CQB is literally, just imagine this. Everyone owns a little minigun, and they're just going full auto at each other.
Yeah, I can't even fucking imagine how that would
and
go.
at a very, very close corner.
Yeah.
You're going to get into fights like this, you and I, that close.
I mean, you don't have, again, it's probably just very loose, laid-back rules, if any.
Oh, there was no rule. There, people coming here shooting at 425, 450, 400. And at that time, the most popular gun was actually P90, and they put a drum mag on top. One of those box mags.
Yeah.
Okay?
Huh.
At that time, the technology isn't as good as now.
Oh, no, of course.
There's no DSG. There's nothing like that. All right? So you literally want to shoot as fast as you can on full autos. That's it. But nowadays, a lot of fields, so this is where I'm going to get in. A lot of fields are going back to semi-fires only. Okay? That means how fast you can pull your triggers.
Yeah.
All right? Gen 3 is going to be dope at that. If your fields allow binary, good.
There you go.
But if your fields don't allow binary, just single fire, semi, the ETU is set up for it. Okay? You're not going to have an ETU burnout problem.
No.
All right? So, it really depends. If you want a full auto SpeedQB, I don't know if SpeedQB allows full auto, all right?
As far as I can tell, no. It's
All
usually semi-only.
So, then there. The G3's slight drawback is that their rate of fire, it's the same as Crytek.
Yeah.
All right? But that class, that limit, isn't fast enough for, let's say, SpeedQB, if you want to talk about way back when we were playing SpeedQB. You need to be like 30, 40 BPs per second.
There are guys right now who are playing in SpeedQB leagues that are just using stock KDBWA originals, like the KOs.
There
They're
you
just using
go.
those, yeah. And so I confidently feel like saying that the LT Gen 3s are faster than those.
So Gen 3 is going to be good choice.
Mhm.
I wouldn't recommend Gen 2 because their wiring harness is still the old style.
It's the old system, yeah.
Okay, so that's the give and take on it.
Unless there are a lot of guys, though, I will say that in the SpeedQB community who will go out of their way to either do it themselves, obviously, or they have their techs, their team techs, build them out. So the Gen 2s are good platforms for like building out. Yeah, if you're trying to build it out, because it's very easy to build them out.
If you know you really want a gate in it, you might as well do that.
Yeah, you might as well do that. Yeah,
because why would you? See, that's another thing. When Brandon was saying, someone was asking, "Oh, how good is an LVOA?" You know, if you like the look,
he's like, I would buy it for the body and then take the gearbox out.
Then what is the
point? To flex.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, go on Hop Up, go look for an old LVOA.
Yeah.
And then maybe send it down, anodize it, whatever you want. Right?
Yeah.
There is no point for you to buy a new gun.
Not full price. Fuck no.
So you have to understand what I'm trying to say is you got to understand your application. If you're going out there full speed, everybody minigun, M249 type of game, then
sounds kind of fun actually.
You got to find a higher rate of fire gun. Like for example, MCC4, it's actually good for both.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it has very healthy rate of fire and very healthy trigger response.
Yeah.
All right, that's my take on it. And I saw that and I was like, oh, interesting. And let me bring back the old memories. Dude, we were literally walking M249 minigun. Everyone is a mini AC-130 gunship. Okay,
the craziest thing about that, though, those days that you would tell me is because if you didn't know, Bossman likes to walk around in, like, flip-flops. I can't imagine playing those types of games with just fucking sandals. Like, fuck no. Especially, like, nowadays, since the technology is so much good and the guns have gotten faster, too. Hell no. I could not imagine playing with that.
So, back in the day at Virginia, all right? I'm pretty sure you never met Jason Hills. You never met Hymas.
No, I never got a chance to meet
Daniel Hymas and all that. All right? Asked them. They gave me a KWA LM4. That's all I had. I was wearing sandals. One mag. Owned them all. All right? Maybe they tried to take it easy on us, or maybe I'm just faster than them.
I'm pretty sure you're faster. But it's just like, man, like getting shot in the foot, man, that fucking sucks.
Well, so hopefully that answers a lot of people's questions, and hopefully that I'm not saying teaching you and all that kind of stuff, because nowadays we're trying to review everybody's knowledge and all.
Oh yeah.
You guys are teaching me something. I'm teaching you guys something. So, all right.
Absolutely.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no worries. All right, well, that answers that question. But to answer your question, yes, it depends on your application, but I'd say yeah. And again, if you wanted something that out of the box was like kind of configured for CQB style play, there are shorter barrel like Gen 3s that exist out there that we do sell. You can check those out as well. And again, you can also build it out externally as well.
All right, it's actually a crazy hack. I'm just saying, I'm putting this out there. All right? So, regular SpeedQB, your engagement are short. Okay? So, for example, a Marui standard, it's 1 joule.
Yeah.
They're using a spring that shoots around 270 to 80 FPS. All right? The speed limit for most fields are 350, but you don't necessarily need get up to 350 to have some sort of power. Now you're talking about speed, right? You're talking about trigger response. I would actually downgrade the spring because your engagement is that short anyway. It depends on how fast you pull the BB, how fast your BB can get out there.
Yeah, it's not like you like need to maximize the amount of range that you have, especially in like a very, very CQB environment. You're shooting real close.
So Gen 3, downgrade the spring. Even the one they come with, it's MS, like a MS100, like M100. Downgrade that even a little bit more.
Go with like a 90 spring.
Even faster response.
There you go. It's a nice little hack. And again, it's easy to do because it's a quick change, a true quick change spring system. There you go. All right, let's see here. This comes from Eden. What's going on, bruh? Since I've held my Masada in my hands and testing it, I've been thinking about switching to GBB only. Is something wrong with me? Eden, no, man. There's nothing wrong with wanting to go ahead and experiment and then try out different things. That's the fun of Airsoft, man. That's why I've always been trying to tell people. Like, if you're in it solely for competition, that's one thing, right? Like, I get it. You're trying to go with the meta. But, Airsoft is meant to be played around with. You're meant to have fun with it, right? You might as well go with some different platforms, try new things, right? You never know what you might find that might just, again, that might be the thing that now gets you up when it comes to playing Airsoft, right? You're like kind of bored of the same old, right? I don't want to run the same old guns. That's what kind of keeps Airsoft interesting for me as well. I have so many different fucking platforms, dude. I have so many different guns, right? that it becomes fun, almost like an experience. Like, ooh, I wonder how I'm gonna do today, right? Like, because again, I'm using a fucking L85, right? I'm using a goddamn L85. Like, I know I'm at a disadvantage compared to everyone rocking, like, even just like a standard Gen 3 Lancer or even a Gen 2, I would say, right? I know I'm at a disadvantage, but that's totally fine with me because, again, I like the experience. I also kind of get, like, off a little bit because it's basically like slight cosplaying for me because, again, I have so many different, like, loadouts, different camouflages, and different, like, setups, right? That it's just fun for me to go out and be like, hey, I kind of look like these dudes, right? I'm doing a little bit of cosplaying here, and I look cool while doing it. So why not, right? Just have some fun, bro. Have some fun. Just bear in mind, running gas back only, fucking expensive, mate. Fucking expensive, bro. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing any more questions. Okay. Do you think okay, answer that one already. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, 707 Lake. I just ordered this Unicorn 265 millimeter. I didn't install the nub it comes with. Is that mandatory? Hop-up seems to function normal. No, it's not mandatory. It's just highly recommended. Like, it'll work just fine with your regular hop-up bucking and nub. Oops, sorry. I don't know what I ate. That just made me super gassy today. But to answer your question, no, it's not 100% mandatory. It is highly recommended if you want to get the absolute best performance, and it's not a hard thing to upgrade in the first place. I highly recommend you do it. It's very, very easy. It's very simple. I would say just watch like one YouTube tutorial on how to do it, and you'll be just fine. Just follow along with the guide, and you got it. But no, you don't have to. It'll work just great with the inner barrel. It'll be an improvement as far as consistency is concerned. But again, if you really want to see that best performance, hop up and nub. Install both. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing any more questions. Oh, okay. AK, I see your question. You rephrase it. If I win the shopping spree, can I take half and you roll the dice again for the other half so others may win? AK, that's a very good question. Usually we don't usually like roll again. Usually the winner is like gets the entire prize amount. And then at that point, it is entirely up to you what you want to do with that credit amount, though, bro. We've actually had guys like Airsoft Brewer and Real Wild who've gone on to, they won a shit ton, right? It was like $3,000 or $4,500 or $4,150. My apologies, $4,100, What the fuck am I talking about? $4,150, right? That they won respectively, and they were able to go ahead and like just start doing stuff back to the community, whether it was like giving prize pots out or something, like whatever. Like you can totally do something with that, right? They probably bought, if I remember, I think one of them, I don't remember who, one of them would buy a mystery box and then they raffled that back. They bought mystery boxes, and one for themselves, and then they raffled the other one and just gave it away to like just a random person out in the Mayo Gang, right? Like you could totally do that if you wanted to. Like it's entirely up to you, whatever you want. We typically don't roll again. I mean, I'll ask, but like usually, like it's pretty much going to be set to like you get all the credit amount, and then you're free to do with that as you see fit, right? If you want to go in and buy some airsoft guns, and then you can raffle that off yourself, like using our Discord server, to anyone that wants to participate in that. Yeah, you could totally do that. That's like totally possible, dude. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I think they should be caught up on those questions. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Whoa, okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Make sure I'm not missing. Okay. Sir, would you have the tiniest idea on the KWA F90 will be coming to the American market? Website has been teasing it for 2 months now. Michael Lloyd, I don't have any information on that. I do apologize. The F90, if we are able to get him in fairly soon, you can bet your ass that we're going to be posting social media all over it. But as of right now, I do not have any status update regarding the F90. Again, guys, as soon as I get word on the F90, you guys know that I'm going to be posting that everywhere on social media, right? It's just a matter of when KWA wants to give us some info. They haven't given us anything regarding to it as of yet. All right, let's see here. James McKenzie, what's the bonus entries? Okay, so right now, if you order any $100 airsoft gun, right? Any $100 airsoft gun before tomorrow 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you'll be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, that's 10 chances of winning $1,200. But again, since Cisco is currently sick, if he is not able to muster up the strength necessary to host tomorrow's live stream, we will end up rescheduling the live stream for the following Thursday, stacking it for another $600, so it'll be $1,800 that you can win. But don't worry, the entries don't go away. All your entries that you place for this one will still carry over to the next one, so you don't have to worry about that. But you might as well get as many entries as you possibly can. Okay, let's see here. Let us see here. Eli asks, when did you start Airsoft? So I started Airsofting like, okay, so I started playing with Airsoft guns, I think in like 2009. 2009, 2010 is when I started like playing with Airsoft guns. And it was like the shitty like fucking Walmart specials, right? The ones, the cheapo Springers. That was where I got my start. I would play in like backyards, and I always wanted one for myself, but I always had to play with my friends. It wasn't like I was able to meet one of my best friends, Nick Waugh. Actually, if I sometimes he watches the streams. Nick, if you're out there, shout out to you, bro. But he's probably been one of the best friends that I've been able to make. Same thing with Justin, right? Because when we were playing for our high school water polo and swim team, he had showed me some of his airsoft guns, right? Because we connected like immediately, and he started showing me some of his airsoft guns that he had, and they were basically like the low power airsoft guns that you get from Walmart. But to me, that was like, oh, dude, this one it's like electric. What the fuck, right? And he would show me, oh, dude, this is cool. You gotta like check out these videos, and he would show me all these videos of like airsofters, right? Like the early days of airsoft YouTube, and we would see stuff like zombie events, right? There was one zombie event that we would always hype up. What was it? Operation Plague? I don't know if that one is still, Operation Plague is still a thing anymore. I don't remember seeing any YouTube videos about them recently, but I remember back in the day, we used to watch like this massive zombie event where they get like hundreds of people like in this like zombie event, right? And we'd be like, oh, someday we're gonna get to play Airsoft and go out there. And it wasn't until we got a little older that like I think sophomore year where we're like, oh, it's in here in California too. You can play it here. And we just started going from there, and that just kind of got like where we got started, right? So I've been playing for okay, someone corrected me. I said 13 last night, and someone said 14, so I'm gonna believe it. 14 years. I've been playing for 14 years. All right, let's see here. Justin Richardson, real talk. What happened to the roast my build? It was fun. Gave inspiration for gear/gun builds. There were other projects that we wanted to go ahead and do. Justin Richardson, marketing team, like has like, you know, they want to tackle other things. They don't want to become stagnant and do the same thing over and over again. However, again, you guys have been very vocal about doing the Roast My Build series, and you know we can definitely go ahead and bring that back. What I really want to see, and I brought this idea up last night. If you guys remember, like if you've been following our social media, the main shipment of the MGC4s have come in, right? Main shipment of the MGC4s have come in. And part of that has been the challenge kits, right? The MGC4 Mark II challenge kits. Now, what these are going to be, actually, I don't know if I can show it off on stream. I probably can't yet, just because YouTube fucking hates it when we handle guns in our hands. But the MGC4 Mark II is basically the unpainted, like the unfinished, Mark II. It's the exact same internals, exact same everything that you're going to be getting with these regular Mark IIs. But again, it is going to have this sort of like stainless steel finish to it. Because it's not finished. It's unpainted. It doesn't have the black paint on there yet. But that is going to be great for like Cerakoting if you want to do your own custom paint job to it. Those are available. So if you guys want to pick one of these challenge kits up, it's available for $315. But again, use coupon code 20th for 10% off, and you'll also be getting 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. Pick one of these guys up. And then take pictures of it, right? Take pictures of the gun once it's been like painted, whether you're doing a rattle can paint job, whether you're Cerakoting it, or maybe if you're hydro dipping it, you know, that's also a thing that people do. I want to see what people can come up with, right? But remember, there's limited quantities of these challenge kits. I want to see a bunch of people, like everyone who's got one, take pictures and start tagging us, right? And start messaging us on DM. On Discord, right? DMing us on Discord. So that way, maybe we can go. I want to see if I can try to talk Cisco when he comes back. Like, hey, let's do a series where we roast, you know, we do a Roast My MGC4, right? Roast My MGC4 Mark II, right? I want to see that. I want to see that series make a comeback, but specifically for the MGC4 Mark II challenge kits. That would be kind of cool, right? Because it's kind of like a challenge, right? Like, I challenge you, make a good-looking gun off of this, right? It's a blank canvas that you can totally do a bunch of shit to. All right, let's see. Let's keep scrolling up. Let's see here. Everything but springers. Stitch just, yeah, I'm using everything but springers. I broke my springers. Dude, all my springers are broken. I'm so sad. Even the very first one that I ever was able to save money to buy it's like my best friend broke. I'm so mad. Oh, yeah, guys, and if you didn't know, the coupon code 20th is actually expiring the 5th. So you only got a few more days. What fucking day is it? So it's 28, so you only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 1 week. You literally have 1 week to go ahead and use coupon code 20th and take advantage of it. Once that's it, 20th is over. You are not going to be able to go ahead and apply that towards any more orders because it's a limited time only. So make sure you use that on everything you can. All right. right, let's keep answering some questions. Let's see here. Operator Jack, I am using gas blowback only. It's so much fun, dude. Dude, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Operator Jack, like gas blowback guns are like the epitome of just fun, right? They are the ultimate fun experience you will have playing airsoft, right? That's what I always tell people. If you want to run gas blowback, absolutely go for it. It's the most fun you're gonna have playing airsoft because it's just the sort of sense of realism, right? The feedback that you get from like shooting a gas blowback gun is just it's unlike anything else out there. It's just the price point, really, at the end of the day. That's kind of like the biggest deterring factor and the maintenance that is required to keep them going for longer, right, to keep their lifespan up. Because if you're not cleaning your gas blowback guns, you are going to get problems sooner than later, right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. All right. Let's keep answering some more questions. Let's see here. Make sure anything. Tactical. Thoughts on Nashville Airsoft? Don't have any thoughts yet. I'm not familiar with them. Let's see here, making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, TBDD asks, what is the best hop-up, in your opinion, for M4? The stock one. What you have currently in your gun. By the way, if you guys, you have questions, make sure to put the letter Q in front of your question so I can better see it. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If your hop-up chamber, if we're talking about the hop-up unit, the hop-up chamber, if your hop-up chamber is a rotary-style hop-up chamber, and the arm functions as far as like actually adjusting the hop-up nub, right? And it's able to adjust and it's able to lift BBs. Why would you need to change anything? I know there are a lot of builds out there, like guys out there that will say like, oh yeah, I got this hop-up chamber in my build, and yeah, and I get it, right? I understand it, right? You want to be able to go ahead and sell the parts, and I understand that, but at the end of the day, I feel like that actually kind of gives people the wrong idea as to what the gun, like, it's not, your gun's not going to feed better because you have a different hop-up chamber, right? The biggest like thing with a hop-up chamber, right, is to be able to go ahead and hop the BB, right? That's your biggest thing. If you're looking to go ahead and upgrade it, then yeah, I would say upgrade the bucking, upgrade the nub. Hell, I'd even say upgrade the inner barrel. But I honestly, personally, I would not recommend like swapping out the hop-up chamber itself if it's still working. If it's able to lift, right, it's able, the arm itself is actually good and it's, you know, functioning the way it's supposed to, then yeah, there's no need to go ahead and swap it out. Personally, you know, that's just, I think if you ask any like tech, they'll probably say the same thing, because that's usually what the answer I get whenever I ask like other techs as well. They're like, no, yeah, if it's like a rotary style polymer and it works, fucking keep it. It's gonna work just fine. Okay, let's see here. Just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I think. Okay, this comes from Operator Jack. Don't you hate when AK front sights loosen up and screws downward to the point where you can't see the notch anymore? Yes. I've had the opposite happen to me where my AK sights were just like, I don't know, I think if I took a corner too fast or something, I don't know what the fuck, or maybe I just bumped into someone. Like my fucking AK sights just got completely like fucking knocked off, man. Like I hate when that shit happens. That's I think the worst, when your sights get knocked off, right? Because like now I don't even have them anymore. Like it's, come on, man. Like I don't even have my front sights anymore. Actually, if you guys want like it's kind of a weird like kind of history thing that I picked up a while back. Apparently during the Rhodesian Bush War, when a lot of the troops would actually capture a lot of the communist soldiers. When they obviously had them in prisons, right? They were questioning them. One of the things they noticed whenever they would raid their like caches of weapons, and like it was mostly AKs, right, and RPKs. When they took their cache of weapons, what they noticed was that the sights were all the way up, right? Like the AK sights were like all the way like all the way down, right? It was like what the heck is going on here, right? And all of them were like that. Right, they were all set to the highest number, and they were like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Right. So when they questioned a few of the prisoners they didn't receive. Turns out they didn't receive actual proper training. They were under the impression that would like set how powerful the gun would shoot. So they would go for the highest number that they could find. So it would just set it all the way, so that way it would shoot harder. I saw that and I like laughed a little bit, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, that's what you thought it was for? Then, I mean, I guess you don't receive training. You don't know what it is, right? No instruction manuals included. Tactical asks, will you do a BB war in Tennessee? Okay, so when it comes to doing BB wars in, like, new locations, yeah, like, here's the thing. We're not opposed to doing BB wars in other locations. Here's the thing. If it were up to us, right, if we had complete control over everything, we would be doing a BB wars almost like one in every state. right? We've been doing BB wars like almost regularly in every single state, right? Because we want to, again, we do want to go ahead and like experiment, like play out with you guys in like all these different fields, because there's so many different fields out there, smaller fields, bigger fields, indoors, outdoors. Obviously for BB wars it's probably better we do them outdoors, but still, we would love to host more events across the country. Hell, if we could, we would love to go ahead and go international too. Why not? Sky's the limit, bro. But at the end of the day, it is a collaborative effort doing these BB wars between the sponsors and the fields themselves, right? The fields have to be down to do it. We have to be able to strike up an agreement, because we are a business at the end of the day. So unfortunately, business is going to get involved, because again, we are a business. We are in the business to be making money. So we have to be able to make sure that it's going to be profitable and beneficial for both parties. If anything, all parties involved should be benefiting from that. That's the way an airsoft, or that's the way a business deal's got to work, right? Everyone's got to benefit from it one way or another. The sponsors also have to get on in it as well. We have to collaborate with the field, because again, it's their field, so they have to make the time and separate the space if need be for us, because again, that might be interrupting their regular operations, right? It really depends. It is a collaborative effort on multiple parties, and it's up to the parties to be able to figure out what works best for everyone. And if no agreement can be settled, then there you go. No agreement can be settled upon, and it's not going to happen. So in the future, yeah, I mean, you never know what the future may hold, man. Like Tennessee, I wouldn't be opposed to going to Tennessee to play airsoft. Again, I've told everyone on stream before, on multiple streams, that I would love nothing more than to journey out to almost every single airsoft field in the U.S. In fact, I would love to go ahead and start playing airsoft all around the world. Do like an international world tour, and start playing at every single field that I can possibly fucking find, right? All right, let's see here. Let's keep scrolling. And guys, make sure if you guys have any questions, make sure to go ahead and put a Q, literally the letter Q in front of your question. That way I can properly see it. And as far as I can tell, honestly, we are the only shop really that's doing this many live streams, honestly. I was like, yeah, we're the only shop that does this many live streams, that does this many Q&As. Because again, the whole purpose behind the Q&As is to help you guys out. Like, we want to help out as many people as we possibly can and hang out with you guys and give you recommendations for what you might be looking for, give you some insight into the airsoft industry as a whole, right? Whatever it may be, we want to help you guys out as much as we possibly can. And we're the only shop that does that, in addition to our shopping spree giveaways. Again, these rewards that we do are just fucking insane, right? So make sure to go ahead, and if you guys want to keep seeing these live streams, make sure to continue giving a thumbs up, sharing around to everyone that you know that might even have a remote interest into airsoft, right? Make sure to go ahead and give a thumbs up, leave a like. It really helps us out. Share the video. Again, really helps us beat that YouTube algorithm, because again, YouTube fucking hates airsoft. So again, much appreciated to everyone that's just watching right now. Do appreciate it. But if you want to go ahead and support the channel directly, make sure to shop at airsoftgi.com. All right, make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. And again, guys, that promo's still going on, right? Order any airsoft gun right now. That's $100 or more, and you're going to get 10 entries, 10 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway for $1,200. Potentially could be $1,800, depending on how tomorrow goes, right? And again, we got all these coupon codes going on right now. 20th for 10% off. That applies literally to anything, even if it's already discounted. Use coupon code 20BD for accessories, and use coupon code GEAR for 20% off tactical gear. That could be helmet, clothing, boots, even gloves, whatever it may be. As long as it's tactical gear, it will count. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Yeah, Eden says, so the challenge MDC4s hit the site early. Yes, they did. They 100% hit the site. And again, if you guys are interested, I have them here. No picture yet. It'll probably be go live tomorrow. Just we're waiting on the pictures to come in. But yes, they are available right now. Again, if you want to buy one, I would say you do it, and you let us, and you tag us as soon as you are done painting it or doing whatever you want to it, because we can see exactly how much creativity you have and what you were able to do to the MDC4 Mark II. All right, best Milsim tactical mask. Okay, tactical. Really depend. Tactical mask. That is, most guys that I know that usually do like a lot of like hardcore Milsim games, like Milsim West, for example. Most of them won't wear like a full mask, right? It's going to be up to the individual what they want to wear. A lot of times it's really hot, so I don't always like to wear like a full face mask either, right? I want to be able to properly aim down sights. Usually, what I would say, if you are looking for a face mask, let's see here, what I would normally suggest, especially if you're playing like also like on regular fields too, know what the field that you're playing at requires, because there are some airsoft fields that do require hard ear protection in addition to hard mouth protection as well, right? So knowing what your field requires is going to be the best thing, right? But you could also do like a 180 as well, right? Like I have seen guys wear like dye masks, not very many, but there are a few guys that I know that will wear like a dye mask on top of their kit. They won't have a helmet. They might wear like a boonie cap or something, right? Or like just a backwards baseball cap. But some of them, like I've met a few guys that will wear like a dye mask. It gets kind of stuffy in there, but the upside with the dyes, right, is that one, it's going to be full face protection, right? So you are covered. You're not going to be chipping no tooth with one of these bad boys on, right? But they're also like essentially guaranteed never to fog on you. Obviously, like you could, but it would have to be like incredibly extreme conditions in order for the lenses to fog, right? Which almost never happen. Like ever, right? So you can also pick one of those masks up. Usually what I would say, let's see if I can go in and pull one up for you. Yeah, something along the lines of, it doesn't have to be this one exactly, it's just like the first one I saw. Right? Something like a mask like this, right? This sort of general shape. This material is very flexible, right? The sort of nylon material is very, very flexible and contours to your face. You have the mesh center. So again, it is protecting the nose. It is protecting the lips and the teeth, right, in the mouth. So you're not going to have to worry about that. And there is, if you notice carefully, look carefully there actually is hard ear protection as well. That's that same mesh. So you're not going to have to worry about like getting a direct shot in the ear. Now, granted, do ear shots happen often? Not really. In my many years of playing airsoft, I don't remember ever really getting shot in the ears. I've been shot in the forehead, that's happened once or twice, but like as far as the ears, I can't think of a time that it was. I've been shot in the neck once, like my first time ever playing, but other than that, that's about it, right? Most of the shots that I've taken have all been like the back, the butt, my legs, or my arms, right? Something like that. But going with a face mask like this is actually not a bad choice, and they have, again, multiple colors, multiple patterns. So if you're looking for a very specific one, we probably have it on our website as well. But this will actually work very well with helmets. It'll work very well with goggles and eye protection. So I would recommend going with something like this. Very low profile. That's the name of the game. Be as low profile as you possibly can. But again, if you still want to, which again we recommend you still protect your teeth, get something like this, right? Again, you don't have to get that color. Other colors are available. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Sitch, LM4D improved on its LM4. It's solid. Yeah, dude, it's absolutely fucking solid. Okay, let's see here. Upper J. Oh yeah, FNFAL. Yeah, dude, that's right. Are you an FN fanboy, dude? Like me? Like, dude, I fucking love the FAL. The FAL has probably got to be like my favorite fucking like rifle platform I think out there. It's honestly a toss up between like I would have to say, as far as rifles, between the Scar H and the FAL. I don't know. Those are just two of like my favorite rifle platforms. I love. Don't get me wrong. I love my ARs. I love my M4s. Nothing wrong with those. M110s are really fucking cool. But man, oh man, like give me an FAL any day, baby. The only thing that's making me like not run the FAL as often is the fact that there's like no mid caps available stateside. That is the one thing that is pissing me off, right? If they were available stateside, holy shit, I would pick them up, right? I want us to carry them, but like it's just hard to go ahead and convince companies to like bring them in or to start making them if there's not going to be that many people to buy them. It's all about business, right? But man, ugh. I want more FAL mags. I want more FAL mags out there. All right, let's make sure I'm not lagging. All right, cool. Let's see here. Okay, the gaming private, best chest rig recommendations to put over vests. Okay, so if you have like this sort of slick plate carrier, right, something like that, or like some type of like body armor and you wanted to wear something on top, that actually was a very common practice back in the day. I think even starting in like the fucking 80s, I think, or even the 70s, I think that was like, no, 60s, even like starting way back in like Vietnam. I remember soldiers used to use the M65 flak jacket, and then they used to wear like just a regular like belt or like their chest rigs on top of that. That's actually still like to an extent that is still kind of used today. Some people still do that system. I will still use that system. But as far as one of my favorite chest rigs to use, there's plenty of different options. One of them that you can look up is Sport chest rig. Right, if you're like just doing like very fast, lightweight style gameplay, right? You're doing like just real aggressive stuff, and you're not really gonna be like out there for very long. You can go with like a WoSport multifunctional chest rig. I love these chest rigs. These are fucking dope. Everyone knows that like these chest rigs, that I always recommend these, but for good reason. They're cheap, right? The most expensive version is the multicam one, their camouflage one. That one's $42.99, but you can get that even cheaper. Get 20% off. Use coupon code GEAR, right? Get 20% off that. These are very, very functional. They super comfy, very lightweight. You can already fit like 3 5.56 style magazines. You can actually fit 2 more up in the front. However, if you're going to be out there for longer periods of time, it's an older chest rig, but we still carry it. And I actually own one of these. I had one of these way back in the order line years ago, like before I even started working at GI. I had one. This is the BCT3 Essential M4 AK ammo chest rig. I have one of these guys, and honestly, fucking slaps. Fucking great. Like it has plenty of mag space, right? You have like good like utility pouches on either side, so I can stuff whatever I need to in there. I think I was able to fit, if I remember correctly, the Stoner, like the nutsack style box magazine for 249s and Stoner LMGs. I was able to fit one of those in there, and it works great. I put my extra batteries. Sometimes I might have like I don't know, like a grenade in there. But I'll wear that chest rig sometimes by itself, especially if I'm running like my Scar or if I'm running my 249. I'll have this chest rig on me. I might not always wear it on top of like a slick plick here or like a body armor always, but I will. I have done it before, and it's very effective. It works very, very well. All right, let's see here. Best recommendations. What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor, and what do you remember? And do you remember me from the last live stream? I'm the biscuits guy. Oh yeah, what's going on, man? Levi, I remember that name. What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? Dude, I didn't know how many Pop-Tart flavors there were. This is a whole rabbit hole. Apparently, they make so many different flavors of Pop-Tarts. I think I remember seeing an Eggo. Yeah, like the waffles, an Eggo flavored Pop-Tart. And I was like, what the fuck? I tried it. Holy crap, man. Like, that was good. That shit was bussin'. I would probably say that, or just give me like a basic strawberry, honestly, and I'm chilling. I love me some strawberry. Okay, James McKenzie, what battery adapter I need for the Fur Friends M4 to use Dean's? Normally, James McKenzie, what I would recommend is not to use an adapter. Honestly, just wire the gun to Dean's already. That's what I would usually suggest. But if you are looking for an adapter, here. Dean's adapter. Let's go here. Dean's adapter. Okay, so I would say like we have 2 adapters that are available right now. Depending on what your configuration, whether the gun's wired to Dean's, the battery's wired to Dean's, or vice versa, whatever it may be, we have adapters for it. So, and those are available, and they're not too expensive. They're all under $10, so you can pick one of those guys up. All right, make sure we're not missing any more. Okay, can you ask customer service to get my refund hurried up? I'm trying to get a gun for the sale runs out. I've been waiting. Again, DM us directly, and we can go ahead and like see what might be going on there. Again, it just depends on what status it's currently in. Per Noxwin. Again, DM us directly with your order number. We can get you taken care of. Like, I can't do anything right now because, again, I'm during the live stream, so I can't do anything. I don't have access to anything at this point. Leafs fan 8034 asks thoughts on stubby stocks. I actually don't hate them. I know there are some people that look at like the CQB stubby stocks and like say like, oh dude, they're so ugly. I don't have that same opinion, believe it or not. I think like, okay, here I'll put them up. I'll put it up. Stubby stock. Yeah, okay. So let's say you go with like either a Lancer or like Golden. I'm just gonna pull up a Golden because it's closer. Let's say you get like a stubby stock like this, right? It is fixed into position, meaning it's not adjustable, it can't go anywhere. This is nice, especially when you consider the fact that like a full M16 stock, while not like, I don't mind it because I got really long arms, right? I'm built like a goddamn orangutan. I got fucking arms for days, man. For a lot of people, the full length M16 stock was just way too big. It's way too big. It's too long. It's not comfy. So going with like a shortened down version of that is kind of nice because you are getting still like a lot of battery space in one of those guys, like a lot. You can fit a fat ass brick in one of these types of stocks, right? And whether it's the Lancer, whether it's a Golden Eagle, whatever brand you're getting, you get plenty of battery space in one of those guys, right? But you're going to be getting a shorter version of it, so it's not going to be as cumbersome. It's not going to be as long or as uncomfortable. Again, I didn't think it was uncomfy. I don't mind. I'm used to running an M16 like full length, but you know, some people might not just be used to it. Some people just might not like it. Again, they like the shorter stuff, and that's totally fine. I don't hate the stubby stocks. I think they're pretty cool. Okay, let's see. We have time for like maybe one more question. Okay, or let's see, this comes from Tactical. I think he meant to say run. Do you run a Pit Viper for Milsim Airsoft? Because most people in my Milsim run SIG M17. SIG M17 is cool because it's a gun that's like, you see obviously like Call of Duty, right? You see a lot of different videos out there of like guys using them and being issued to like very specific units. For like Milsims, you can pretty much use any pistol or sidearm you want, really, at the end of the day. The M17 is just a really cool looking pistol and it's a decent option. But usually, I actually say, like, for Milsim events, it's actually a lot more practical if everyone on the team is running the same platform. So usually I would say either go with like a high Kappa, go with a 1911, or go with a Glock, right? Because odds are someone on the team is going to have the same platform, right? Someone on the same team is going to have the exact same platform, meaning you can swap out magazines if you need to. You can share ammo. Like, again, like if you're out of like instead of having to sit there and like load your magazine, insert into the gun, and then shoot, you can just, hey, I need an extra a 1911 mag, throw it over, insert, you're good to keep firing, right? Just in case shit hit the fans, right? I think that is going to be about it. I see one more question. Dark Tree, to answer your question, do we sell suppressor height sights for high Kappas or Glock? Not yet. I don't think. We might be getting those in fairly soon. Just to answer that one last question. Yeah, okay, that's got to be about it, guys. Before I go, I want to go ahead and give you guys a reminder. Right now, the promo going on is going to be this, right? Order any Airsoft gun that $100 or more, and you're going to be getting 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. This deal ends 6:30 tomorrow, so you have the rest of the day and until 6:30 tomorrow p.m. Pacific Standard Time to go ahead and take advantage of that and order yourself an Airsoft gun. Remember, it has to be an Airsoft gun that's $100 or more in order for it to count. Otherwise, you're not getting the 10 entries. You're just going to get the regular entries. Make sure to go ahead and use coupon codes 20th for 10% off your purchase. Use coupon code 20BD if it's accessories, so you can get 20% off. And use code GEAR for 20% off if you're ordering tactical gear. And again, make sure that you do not miss out on the Independence Day mystery box when it goes live tomorrow at 5 p.m. This box is going to be absolutely insane. For $170, you're automatically getting free shipping. And look at that prize list. Just look at that prize list. It's fucking insane. It's cool. Like, look at all these fucking cool-ass guns, man. You can win all these. You can win all this, right? You win it for $170, right? You can win any one of those guns for just $170, and you get automatic free shipping. That is a win, no matter which way you slice it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on my live stream. It means the world to me that you choose to go ahead and spend your time hanging out with me, hanging out with the Mayo Gang. I had a blast hanging out with you guys, answering some questions. And if I wasn't able to get to your question, be sure to go ahead and DM us directly. Instagram, Facebook, Discord. We will get you guys taken care of 100%. You just got to make sure that you DM us the actual official Airsoft GI Instagram or Facebook or Discord account, and we will help you out, right? Again, that's what we do. We're the only store that wants to take the time to help everyone out as much as we possibly can. But with that being said, guys, make sure to take advantage of all the promos, and